Welcome back to Global Wheel Hub, where we bring you the deepest dives into the machines that define roads, riders, and the future of motorcycling. Today, we are looking at something that blends pure nostalgia with modern engineering in a way only Honda could pull off. The all-new 2026 Honda CB750 Four K10, a machine that doesn't just revive a legend, but reimagines it for a new generation of riders who want classic soul with modern muscle. Now before we get into it, let's set the tone. The CB750 name is not just another badge. It's a cornerstone in motorcycle history. And in 2026, this K10 edition feels like Honda reaching into its heritage vault while still speaking the language of today's riders. Built under the philosophy of modern retro engineering, this bike aims to deliver emotional riding with practical everyday usability. And of course, this machine comes from Honda, a brand that has never been shy about redefining what motorcycles can be. At first glance, the 2026 CB750 Four K10 is an instant attention grabber. It carries that unmistakable retro four-cylinder DNA, but everything around it has been sharpened. The tank is sculpted with deep neon dents, finished in metallic heritage paint options like deep candy red, graphite black, and a stunning pearl silver that reflects light like polished steel. The side panels are minimal but purposeful, and the overall silhouette is low, wide, and muscular without being aggressive. The round LED headlamp is a direct nod to the original CB era, but now it comes with adaptive lighting that adjusts beam spread depending on speed and lean angle. The indicators are integrated cleanly, giving the bike a very clean and premium appearance. Even the exhaust system is a work of art, a 4-into-1 brushed stainless steel unit that echoes vintage design but meets modern emission standards. Now let's talk about the heart of the machine. The 2026 CB750 Four K10 is powered by a newly refined 750cc inline-four engine. This is where Honda has done something special. Instead of chasing extreme horsepower figures, they've focused on balance, smoothness, and usable torque. The engine produces around 92 horsepower and 75 newton meters of torque, but what matters more is how it delivers it. Throttle response is incredibly linear. In city riding, it feels calm and controlled. Open it up on a highway, and it transforms into a smooth spinning machine that pulls cleanly all the way to the top end without vibration or harshness. The inline-four character is alive and well here. There's a silky mechanical hum that builds into a satisfying mechanical scream as revs climb. Paired with this engine is a 6-speed gearbox that feels tight, precise, and extremely refined. Gear shifts are short and mechanical, with a very satisfying click. Honda has also included a slipper clutch as standard, making aggressive downshifts smoother and preventing rear wheel hop during spirited riding. Riding modes are another highlight. You get 3 main modes: Eco, Standard, and Sport. Eco softens throttle response and optimizes fuel efficiency for long commutes. Standard offers a balanced experience for everyday riding. Sport sharpens everything, unlocking the engine's full personality and making throttle input much more immediate. Fuel efficiency is surprisingly strong for a 4-cylinder engine of this character. Expect around 22-25 km/L depending on riding style, which makes it practical for daily use as well as weekend rides. Now let's move to the chassis and handling, because this is where the K10 really surprises. The frame is a lightweight steel twin cradle design, engineered to keep the bike stable at high speeds but agile in urban environments. Suspension duties are handled by upside-down front forks and a preload adjustable rear monoshock. The setup is tuned slightly on the softer side, giving comfort on rough roads without sacrificing cornering confidence. The bike feels planted. In city traffic, it's easy to maneuver despite its mid-size weight. On twisty roads, it leans with confidence and holds its line beautifully. It doesn't try to be a track weapon, but it gives the rider a very natural sense of control. Braking is handled by dual front discs with radial mounted calipers and a single rear disc. ABS comes standard, and Honda has tuned it in a very non-intrusive way. You feel safe, but not restricted. Now let's talk about technology, because the K10 is not stuck in the past. The instrument cluster is a full-color TFT display hidden inside a classic round housing. It shows speed, RPM, gear position, navigation, ride modes, fuel consumption, and even smartphone connectivity. You can pair it with your phone for call alerts, music control, and turn-by-turn navigation. Traction control is also included, and it can be adjusted or turned off depending on rider preference. There's even a subtle launch assist feature that helps maintain smooth acceleration from a standstill. But what really makes this bike stand out is how it blends old school emotion with modern intelligence. It doesn't overwhelm the rider with tech. Everything is there, but it never gets in the way of the riding experience. Now let's move to design details that matter more than people realize. The seat is wide, cushioned, and designed for long-distance comfort. The riding posture is upright with slightly rear-set foot pegs, giving a perfect balance between comfort and sporty feel. Chrome accents are used sparingly but effectively, especially around the engine casing and exhaust. Even small touches like the retro-style fuel cap, brushed aluminium side covers, and subtle K10 badging give the bike a premium identity. It feels like Honda has studied every detail of the original CB750 lineage and modernized it without destroying its soul. On the road, the CB750 Four K10 feels like a conversation between rider and machine. It doesn't shout for attention, but it always gets it. The engine note is deep and mechanical at low RPMs, becoming sharp and musical as you push it harder. There's a sense of purity in how it delivers power and no artificial drama, just smooth mechanical harmony. Now let's talk about one of the most important aspects, price. The expected global price of the 2026 Honda CB750 Four K10 is around $9,500 to $10,800 depending on market and variant. In some regions with additional customization or premium color additions, it may go slightly higher. Considering what it offers in terms of performance, heritage, and refinement, it sits in a very competitive mid-weight category. But what truly sets it apart is its unique selling point,